No marriage license to show that I was married for 21 years. Nothing. So, now what? I'm going to go talk to the judge. Either that or this person at the DMV don't know what the hell they're doing, because like I said, I got 15 things to show I am who I am, and I have been who I am for 46 years, right? Not running from the law. Had to pass background checks. Worked at a school. Teacher's assistant. I worked with the forestry department. I had to do background checks. I don't know if I want to laugh or cry about this. I want to cry. I'm laughing and crying. Like, I'm literally laughing and crying. And you want to know what the craziest part of this is? I jinx myself every time. I had a dream that this was going to happen. I had a dream that this was going to happen. The one thing I needed to prove that I am who I am besides my birth certificate was a marriage license. And I was going to go down, and I was going to get there, and they were going to say, no, there's nothing here to show that you were ever legally married. I manifested this, didn't I? My dreams do come, I do that a lot. I have didn't manifest it happening, but I dreamt when my dad and my grandfather were both going to die. I didn't dream them dying, but I I dreamt that they were leaving me, and they came to me and they told me that they loved me, and even though they were leaving me, they would always be here, kind of thing. Like, I had these dreams where I couldn't find them, and I kept searching for them. My dad and I were at my school, which was only 3 stories, but in my dream, the building was like 10 stories, 12 stories, and he would yell out at me, come up here, and I'd climb up all these stairs, and I'd get up there, and he'd be gone, and then he'd be down, and he'd go, come here. So the whole dream was up and down, and he would disappear, and I had that dream for 3 nights in a row, and then 3 days later, he passed away in a car accident. And then I did the same thing with a friend of mine. I had the same kind of a weird dream with my grandfather. My grandfather, he used to call me his SAP, his SAP, and I remember I was having this dream, and my dream was of him leaving us because he was in the hospital very sick at the time. Why did this go so sobering, sad? Why am I going here? My dream was about him leaving us. He was in the hospital really sick, and was supposed to go see him the next morning to go visit him. I had been up there already for 2 days, 3 days visiting him, but I came home because my kids were with their dad and a babysitter at the time while I was up there. Anyways, I was home sleeping, and I was having this dream about my grandpa saying goodbye. He was telling me goodbye in my dream, and I kept saying, no, you're not going nowhere. You're too ornery, you're too mean, you're staying here with me forever. And then I felt this tug on my toe, and when I woke up and looked down at the bottom of my bed, like, the figure of my grandpa was there, and he was telling me goodbye, but he was telling me he was always going to be with me. God, why am I going into this over a dream? It's because I dreamt that when I went to go pick up my marriage license, there wasn't going to be one. Damn it. But yeah, how crazy is that? So I guess my next step is maybe I'm going to take everything back down again and see if I get somebody different at the DMV. And if that don't work, I'm going to go and talk to a judge and see if the judge will maybe expedite some kind of an emergency name switch on my birth certificate. I don't know if that's even possible or what. I don't know what to do now.